Alright guys, so I tried recording this last night, the day that the episode launched, but unfortunately I had a whole bunch of audio issues and didn't realize that the audio from the match and the game and everything was not being recorded until I went to start editing it. And yeah, so I'm re-recording this. So we're going to start off by talking about everything that's going to come from this particular mission. Now, because of the fact I already ran it, I've already got the unique console that came from the missions, so there's that. So the unique console is going to be this. The Tholian Crystalline Interlacer. So, going over the data associated with that one. Now, your results might vary, since this is going to be a Tetrion weapon, and this does go off of specific attributes, since this is an activation buff. So, part one of this four-part set is going to be this console. So, as you can see here, you get about 1100 physical damage per second, which will go for about 10 seconds. It does have a 2-minute cooldown time to it. When you activate it, it does also do Tetrion damage. Since this is a universal console, it can be placed almost anywhere on your ship. Engineering, science, or tactical. Or if you have it unlocked, for your tier T6X ships, which is what this Borg ship is, it has a universal console slot, so I could potentially put it there. I'm not going to, because I'm saving it for something else specific. So, now we'll come in here and take a look at the ship set. So it is a 4-part set. You have the omnidirectional Tetrion weapon, the Tholian shield, warp core, and would have been a deflector, but since it is a for that Romulan option, it does have a singularity core, so you can use it that way. So, this, I think they could have just categorized that one and then done it as a deflector, so that way it's also a separate ship set, but that's just me being me. So let's take a look at the weapon. So here's some general stats behind it. Again, your results might vary depending on the weapons and tactical consoles and everything that you're running to go with the weapon itself. So it does do Tetrion damage. Does have critical chance. So it's a 2.5% chance on hit to create a Tholian warp crystal that will deal over 5,500 damage of radiation when enemies collide with it. Additionally, will grant over 2,200 points of secondary shielding for 20 seconds when allied players get near it. So it will cause damage to your enemies and boost your allies, which is pretty cool. The shield. This is kind of baseline. So it'll be about 6,500 points of max shield capacity. 520 regen points every 6 seconds. When your shields are low, get a 25% of... let me rephrase that. When your shields are below 25%, it grants a 7,000 point boost to secondary shielding. That's pretty good. This can be triggered every 45 seconds, so when you're in combat, you'll have secondary shields which will activate, which will grant you the ability to restore your primary shields, so that way you can keep your defense going longer. And then the warp core. Warp factor will vary depending on personal skill set and bonus into traits and attributes. It does increase your hull capacity, which can help. Upon defeating an enemy, which will then create 1 to 2 Tholian warp crystals, which will tie in back towards your 360-degree beam array, which will deal 5,500 points of radiation damage when collide with it, and then 2,200 points of secondary shielding for 20 seconds when allied players gets next to the crystal. And will also help reduce transwarp. So again, those stats go towards points and skills and attributes and everything as far as for warp factor and transwarp and everything else like that. The Singularity Core is going to be this similar as the Warp Core. So running the weapon and the core will give you that chance of that crystal, which will be interesting to use in combat. So now, as you can see, I've already ran this. I've got about 9 hours before I can run it again to gain points towards this. At the time of filming this, it's already about 7:30 in the morning, so sometime late in the afternoon I'll be able to run this again at evening hours to add 2 more points towards this goal of 40 points in order to claim this. Just like always, you do have the option to buy out to get this weapon set early. We'll not only get the 4 parts, the beam array, the shield, the warp core, or the Singularity Core as far as for Romulan ships, and 30,000 dilithium upon completing this. Or you can do like I would normally do and just complete it. You have several days to get it done. As of filming this, it is May the 10th. And you have until June the 8th. That is 30 days. Plenty of time to just burn through this like a normal person and work at it. If you don't like spending money to the company, especially since this requires 6,000 Zen to purchase it outright, which will equate to about $60 US. There are going to be other ways of earning these points. So you can complete the Task Force Operation, which is Leviathan. You can do the already established Azura Nebula Rescue, which is you against Tholians. Days of Doom. I don't remember that one right offhand. The Vault Ensnared, which used to require shuttles to do this mission, and I wish they would go back to that because that was so much fun doing that with shuttles. And then the new patrol, which is the planets, which is a sector patrol. You have to complete 2 in order to get that done. But we're focusing on the episode right now.
The Lukari have been working on a project in the Nakul system. The initial efforts have been quite promising. They're about to move to the next phase. If successful, the damage to the star and that system will be repaired. Admiral Kuumaarke has requested our assistance, and I'd like you to provide it. She's sent specifications for a device called the Stellar Rejuvenator. Have your engineer install it on your ship before you disembark. You'll be using it as part of the Lukari efforts there. Report to Admiral Kuumaarke in the Nakul system when you're ready. Quinn out.
Now, to give a little bit of warning for this particular mission, you will need to make sure that the bridge officers that you take down, because you will have a ground portion of this, you will need to make sure that they have EV suits installed. If they don't have EV suits installed, they'll instantly die, and then you're going in by yourself, which can make it a lot more challenging. If you go in with a group, that's fine. Just make sure that you and the other players have EV suits. So, now this is in what actually should have been the beta quadrant, which is the Nakul space, which is over there close by DS9. I obviously am not there. I'm at Sierra 29 because it's a lot less trafficked, so it's a lot quieter over here. But let's transwarp to start the mission. Now again, as you can see, that pops up in the bottom right corner. I do have my socials, which will periodically show up. You're more than welcome to drop me a follow. I would greatly appreciate it. You'll find me on Twitter, find me on Facebook, find me here on YouTube. This was originally set to be for my Twitch channel for when I'm live streaming, so that won't generate my Twitch information, but my Twitch information is going to be kind of the same. It's going to be Freakazoid67216. I don't stream as much as I would like to, but you are welcome to drop me a follow so that way when I do finally get back into streaming, you'll be ready for the craziness that is me when I'm in that mood.
Captain's Log, 5th Reckoning, Chronicle 36. We are about to commence work on a most important operation. An attempt to revitalize the Nakul Star. One of the finest vessels in the Alliance is joining our efforts today. May the wisdom of Lukari guide us to success. Good to see you, my friend. Thank you for being a part of this.
We are ready to assist you, and I believe congratulations are in order.
Thank you. It's an honor I fully intend to live up to. More about that later. We've got a job to do. Before we begin, I should warn you. The Nakul are somewhat anxious about this procedure and any complications that might arise.
Understandable. The health of their star is at risk.
Indeed. But we have earned their trust over the months of research here, and I intend to honor that today.
Understood. Let us get started then.
Heading to the primary coordinates now. All hands, prepare to deploy the Stellar Rejuvenators. It's time to heal a star.
We meet again. One hopes your efforts here today will have a better outcome than your previous attempt to repair our star.
If I may interrupt. Representative, we are indeed ready to begin the process. With your blessing, of course.
Very well. Our fleet is standing by to assist you if necessary.
Thank you, Representative.
The time has come. Admiral Kuumaarke, I hereby authorize you and your associates to proceed. May your efforts lead to a new dawn for the Nakul people.
When you are ready, Admiral.
Getting some strange readings. Try adjusting your cohesion beam frequency.
We're reading several disruptions in the cohesion beam, originating 100,000 kilometers from the star's surface.
Let us try to compensate. Any ideas?
Stellar activity in the area may be causing the fluctuations. Adjust your course to the following coordinates. Let's see if the situation improves there.
We're on it.
If we tighten formation, our beams may reinforce one another.
Agreed. Move to the following coordinates. You've reached the new coordinates. Deploy from there. Once you've redeployed, you'll need to adjust the frequency again. Initiate stellar modulation sequence on my mark. Mark. Modulation initiated. Aye, sir! Energy levels are increasing. Reading erratic spikes at the stellar core. Abort! All ships abort now!
And sorry about that. I didn't realize my mic was unmuted and got a text message.
That was far too close for comfort.
What happened?
I detected a feedback loop forming. If we hadn't shut down when we did, a stellar flare would have backfired along the cohesion beam. The damage to us and the Nakul would have been catastrophic.
We are receiving a hail from the representative. Brace for impact.
Are you mad? Do you think we will sit by idly while your incompetence puts our star at risk once more? Explain yourself, immediately!
There was an issue. We are investigating the cause now.
I suggest you do so quickly and with positive results. Rest assured, if you do not save our star, then you can be certain that our fleet will avenge it.
Understood.
I've taken a look at our data from the incident, and I believe I've found something.
Let's have it.
I've discovered where the cohesion beam started to suffer interference. The coordinates are 0.4 AU from the star.
Let us go take a look.
All right, I believe it's time to get to the bottom of this, before the administrator loses his patience.
Agreed. Anything out of the ordinary on sensors?
Some of the asteroids nearby are emitting an unusual level of energy. However, their composition is making long-range scans ineffective.
It's time for us to take a closer look.
Strange. The asteroid is emitting highly energized particles, like the tail of a comet.
It's marked as an asteroid in the Stellar Registry. No mention of reactive properties.
So, same asteroid, different behavior. Sounds like we're on the right track. The asteroid is emitting energy in a pattern similar to that of the star earlier. Whatever caused that issue may be in effect here as well. We are still unable to conduct a deep scan of the asteroid, however. If we can devise a way to do so, I believe we will find more answers.
Recommendations?
There is a human expression. You cannot prepare an omelet without cracking a few eggs. Or in this case, asteroids. If we fracture one of them with our weapons, we will expose the core and obtain the deep scan results we seek.
Very well. Tactical. Target the asteroid.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
I believe we cracked the egg just a bit too hard. There's not much left to study, I'm afraid.
Acknowledged.
Fortunately, there are more targets available. We should try again, although with considerably lower weapon settings.
Tactical. Make the necessary adjustments to weapons.
The Nakul have tagged the next asteroid for future mining operations.
Under the circumstances, I believe they'll agree that its loss will be acceptable.
I certainly hope so, ma'am. I'd prefer not to incur their wrath today.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
All right. Let's scan the debris for reactive particles. That did the trick. Scanning our little cracked egg now. The core is decaying into ionized gases. Quite similar to what is happening to the interior of the Nakul star.
What are our next steps?
I'd like to crack another egg and conduct a scan of it before moving on to making the omelet, so to speak. If my hypothesis is correct, the radiation signature present will match, bringing us another step closer to understanding this phenomenon.
Very well. Tactical. Get ready to crack another egg.
Remember, we do not want to pulverize our next target.
Nakul have
Ship is
detected our
under
weapons
attack.
fire, Admiral. They are understandably curious.
Update them on our activities here, Captain. We've nothing to hide.
Asteroid successfully fractured. Begin your scans now. It's a match!
Very good, Captain. Now, let's compare radiation signatures.
Let me get this tank turned around, because this gaseous cloud is the next step in this mission.
As I suspected, all of the asteroids we've studied have matching radiation signatures.
Yeah, I'm not saying that.
Not quite yet. There are some reactive gas clouds nearby. If their radiation pattern matches those present in the asteroid cores, we can triangulate the origin point and locate the source.
Acknowledged. Helm, take us closer to the gas cloud.
Admiral, the Nakul representative is concerned about the destruction of valuable asteroids.
Inform him that the Alliance will compensate the Nakul for their loss, please.
As you wish, Admiral. Anvame out.
Analysis complete. The wave patterns are a match.
Now, let us locate the source.
Indeed. I'm transmitting the coordinates to you and Captain Anvame. Head there now. Once you've arrived, we can triangulate the location of the anomaly's source.
Helm set a course provided. Helm set a course to the provided coordinates.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Even though it's actually not, I just needed to turn this tank around.
Compiling sensor data now. Aha! There you are. The multiphasic pulse waves are originating from high orbit around the planet closest to the Nakul star.
Any read on what is causing it?
Nothing conclusive at this time, I'm afraid. However, if I were to speculate, it's almost like something is tapping against the fabric of space-time.
That is discomforting to hear. We need to take a closer look.
We're approaching the coordinates now. I trust you've spotted our uninvited guests.
Reading multiple Tholian ships on sensors.
One thing is certain. We have a limited amount of time to determine what they are doing here before the Nakul detect them. Considering their turbulent history, I doubt the Tholians will receive a cordial greeting from Representative Kartek or his forces.
Not likely. The situation could escalate quickly.
This is peculiar. The Tholians are known for their aggression in response to alien forces, and yet they haven't scanned us or gone to battle readiness. It's as if they are ignoring us.
Curious. Communications. Open a channel. Let us see if they are willing to talk.
Attention, Tholian forces. I am Admiral Kuumaarke of the LSS Raskava. You have violated Nakul space and are disrupting a critical procedure here. I'm instructing you to cease all activities and explain your presence in this system immediately.
The border violation is inconsequential. Our work takes priority. We will continue. Do not interfere. Your continued presence is unnecessary.
The work you are doing is causing damage to the Nakul star.
The loss of this star is acceptable to us. Further discussion is irrelevant. Leave now or you will be fired upon.
Perhaps we can find an alternative?
Tholian vessels are going to battle stations. They're moving into attack formation.
Classical Tholian diplomacy. All hands, red alert.
Battle stations. Tactical. Aim to disable, not destroy.
I'm not sure they'll reciprocate that courtesy, Admiral.
We need answers, Captain, and it's rather difficult to get them from the dead.
Understood.
Warning.
Firing to
Ship is
disable
under attack.
only.
Target's shields have failed. Target's shields have failed. Target's shields have failed.
That was the last of them. Now, maybe we can get some answers. Curious. The Tholian flagship did not engage us in battle. Instead, they remained on station, diverting all non-essential power to their web generator systems. Even their shields are down. What are they doing here?
I do not know, but I think it is time we find out.
Preliminary scans suggest that the Tholian flagship is creating an incredibly powerful energy web lattice around a spatial anomaly. There is no target vessel within the web.
Let us perform a deeper scan. I want answers.
This is most unfortunate. The source of the multiphasic waves lies within the Tholian energy lattice. Furthermore, the waves are increasing in intensity, accelerating the decay of the Nakul star's core.
I do not like the sound of that.
Left unchecked, this procedure the Tholians are conducting will cause a complete collapse of the stellar core, resulting in a supernova.
Options.
I believe a boarding action is in order. We'll disable the Tholian web generator on board the flagship to stop the procedure. I've sent transporter coordinates. Prepare your away team for action. I shall meet you aboard the Tholian vessel.
This could be dangerous. Tholians do not like uninvited guests.
I'm quite aware of Tholian hospitality. As you'll recall, I've experienced it firsthand at your side, aboard Caldano's ship. You will need my expertise on this mission. I'm afraid I won't take no for an answer. Captain Envame, remain on Overwatch and report any changes to the Tholian vessel.
If they raise their shields, we could be trapped over there.
An acceptable risk. What matters most is stopping that procedure and saving the Nakul star. We'll deal with any unforeseen challenges as they present themselves. Agreed?
Agreed. Now, for those of you who are not aware, Tholians come from a planet that is basically a star, like a star. They have to have really high temperatures in order to survive naturally without their versions of environmental suits. So, this is where needing EV suits come into play. While we're waiting for this countdown, they did launch a new lockbox, which the Gorn Hunter Pilot Raider is the new ship that will be available in that lockbox. Personally, the thing reminds me of a ship from the game Descent. It was back in the 90s.
Let's make haste. The Tholians will muster their security forces once they detect us, and combat could lead to our EV suits being compromised. If that happens, we won't last long in the hostile environment here.
Agreed. What is our next move?
Let's begin by scanning the access terminals in this chamber. Find one with main computer access and use it to get a layout of the ship. Once we have that, we can identify the best route to the web generator system and disable it.
Very well. Stay alert. Tholians could attempt to repel boarders at any time.
Let's start with that console over there.
Start by telling my bridge crew not to follow me when I play Ring Around the Consoles.
That console is dedicated to life support only. No access to the systems we're looking for. We'll have to try another. This is a medical console, keyed only to Tholian anatomy. Try another console. One of them is bound to have access to the data we require. Got it! Gather what information you can before the Tholians lock us out of the system. Interesting. The entire vessel is designed around the web generator system. Quite the unorthodox variant of this ship class, but very effective nonetheless.
We need to get to that system, fast.
Quite so. Judging by the power readings, we can follow the spine of the craft down this corridor to where the web generators are. Unfortunately, that chamber is locked during use.
What is the workaround?
There's an engineering node nearby. We may be able to cut the power to the web generators from there. Once the system is down, we should be able to gain access to the generators and disable them.
Very well. Ready weapons and move out.
The engineering node is through that door and down the hall. Watch out for security. The Tholians know we're here now. Tholian security ahead. Neutralize them so we can access the computers in this node.
Flanking damage detected.
We're clear. Let's run a bypass on that console while we can. This is remarkable. penetrating multiple dimensions simultaneously. They appear to be solidifying elements of space-time between these dimensions, repairing damage to the very fabric of reality.
How do we shut it down?
There are two spinnerets, shall we say, that emit the energy used to generate the web in space. They'll need to be neutralized. Once they're down, we can disable the web generator's primary core, and the entire system will be offline.
Could we not do that from here?
Unfortunately, no. Their security is blocking access. We'll need to bypass that at a nearby security node.
Understood.
Wait a moment. I'd like to access the astrometrics console here, find more data on the anomaly. The Tholians have compiled a detailed list of space-time anomalies throughout known space. Judging by the star dates, they've been at this for quite some time. Centuries, in fact.
And then the cool system has had its share of those.
Yes. This system is listed as a primary concern due to repeated temporal damage to the fabric of space-time.
Time travel. The Nakul have used it many times over the years.
Indeed. The Tholian distaste for time travel is well known. It may explain their actions here today. According to log entries, this ship has been sent to prevent a trans-dimensional vortex from forming in the system.
And they are about to kill a star to solve this problem, unless we stop them.
Let's access this science console. I have a theory. Look out! More Tholians! As I was saying, let's access this console. It may provide some key information. It occurs to me that protomatter could be used as part of this process.
Continue.
The problem with the Tholian method is, ironically, time. The time it takes for their web generators to repair the damage to space-time is allowing for the generation of the pulse waves. The more damage is repaired, the stronger the waves become. I believe the integration of protomatter into the process could hasten the repair time considerably, to the point where the pulse wave generation would be minimal, if not eliminated entirely.
The Tholians might not see it that way.
Agreed. But it's the best idea I have at the moment. I'd like to study the web generators more thoroughly before we make a decision neither of us can live with.
Very well. Let us go to the web generator node.
I have what I need. Let's proceed to the security node and unlock the doors to the web generator. Look out! Ambush!
Enemy targets on sensors. Personal shield losing power.
The security node is on the other side of these doors. Let's clear the room and get to work.
Enemy targets on sensors. Personal shield losing power.
All clear. Everyone, gather up. here we are. I'll need some time to bypass their security system.
Right. We will cover you while you work on the security overrides.
Please do. I prefer to face as little Tholian hospitality as possible, if you don't mind.
Ready weapons.
Enemy combatants in close proximity.
Some days, I wish I'd remained in the lab. Security bypass in effect. And I found something rather peculiar. It appears the Tholians have no system to denote transdimensional differences in cultures. While they are aware of other dimensions besides this one, they simply do not consider the denizens of those places to be any different from those here.
Interesting discovery.
An anomaly created by the Terran Empire is grouped in the same range as one created by the Federation. Because of this, Tholian actions taken on anomalies in other dimensions could lead to trouble here in ours. Such actions could be seen as acts of war.
Agreed. For now, we need to stop them from destroying the Nakul Star.
Proceed with caution. There must be a reason those doors are locked when the device is in use. The main web generator is ahead. Get ready for a fight!
Enemy targets on sensors. Personal shield losing power.
We need to get to the spinneret controls in 2 adjacent rooms and shut them both down.
Can we not do that from here?
Doing so could overload the bypass relays and send a power surge into the vessel's warp core, resulting in a breach. When both spinnerets are deactivated, we can return here and safely disengage the primary projector.
Understood.
Spinneret controls are ahead. Disable them before
Enemy
more
targets
security
on
arrives.
Personal shield losing power.
one spinneret offline. Let's get to the second one. The spinneret controls are just ahead. Disable them.
Enemy combatants in close proximity. Personal shield losing power.
Well done. Both spinnerets are offline. Let's go shut down the main web generator. Right. I'll use an encryption algorithm to lock them out of the
Oops.
controls. That should buy us the time we need to implement a better solution to the problem. Tholian web generator is inoperative. We did it. We should beam back as soon as... Wait! They've raised their shields. We're trapped!
Your arrogance. Your insanity. You've doomed us all.
Personal shield losing power. Enemy combatants in close proximity. Flanking damage detected. Enemy targets on sensors.
Cease hostilities. I mean you no harm. Hold your fire. I am now the ranking officer aboard this vessel, and I wish to discuss matters with you peacefully.
A Tholian? Speaking Federation standard.
Correct. Long ago, I traveled alongside the crew of the USS Enterprise, under the command of Captain James T. Kirk. While among their crew, I was given the designation Bright Eyes by my good friend Nyota Uhura.
Fascinating. Let us talk then, while we still can.
We realize that you were trying to repair an anomaly in space-time here, but your procedure is damaging the Nakul star to critical levels.
However, Admiral Kuumaarke believes she has a viable solution.
I am prepared to hear your proposal, Admiral, but we must speak quickly. It is only a matter of time before my fellow Tholians on other vessels regroup, and you will find they are not as understanding as I am.
Understood? Let us hear what you have got.
I propose a coordinated effort between our ships and yours. We can integrate a protomatter matrix into the web lattice your ship generates, increasing the speed at which the rupture is sealed. By doing so, the frequency of pulse waves generated by the repair process will be reduced to acceptable levels, ending the damage to the nearby star.
Is this amenable to you?
Yes. I believe the Admiral's proposal will solve both problems efficiently, but we'll need to move fast.
Very well. Let us work together to resolve this situation.
Use these access codes to override the encryption and re-enable the web generator. The web generator is back online. Let's coordinate next steps from our respective vessels.
We have a situation. The Nakul have detected the Tholian force here and have dispatched their fleet to our location.
Unfortunate. Things could escalate quickly.
Quicker than you think, unfortunately. Though I gave Representative Katek every assurance that the situation was under control here, he refused to believe me. He said the Nakul would deal with the Tholians, and if we got in their way...
I get the picture. Comms, hail Raskaba.
I take it you've heard the news.
Indeed. Our timetable has been shortened.
Bright Eyes and I will do our best to implement our plan. But we'll need time and protection. Any Tholian vessels you can restore to battle readiness will be of great assistance.
We will do what we can.
Here they come!
Every Tholian ship repaired will be an ally in this conflict.
Restore Tholian ships if possible. We need all the help we can get. Remember, aim to disable, not destroy.
Warning. Ship is under attack. 4 shields failing. Target's shields have failed. Target's shields have failed. Four shields failing. 4 shields failing. Rear shields failing. Right shields failing. Hull integrity below 50%. Target's shields have failed. Hull integrity below 75%.
We have taken heavy damage. Our web systems are offline.
We're being pulled in! Cats!
On Vame! The Trillion! They're gone. Lost.
Our web generator is offline, and we've suffered critical damage. If we don't seal the vortex soon, we may not get another chance.
What do you mean?
The vortex is destabilizing the star at an accelerated rate. If we do not seal it soon, the star will reach supernova status.
Understood. Admiral, we need a plan.
Right. The protomatter matrix is stable, so we need to reinforce the Tholian web lattice as soon as possible.
Very well. Bright Eyes, anything to add?
I have sent the schematics for web stitching probes to you. Deploy them around the perimeter of the vortex. Each one will extrude a protomatter thread to my vessel. When all 6 probes are in position, we can energize the web and seal the vortex.
And the star?
Admiral Kuumaarke and I believe that sealing the vortex in this manner will allow the star to regenerate back to its previous state. But we must do so soon.
Then let us get to work. We have a star to save.
Deploy the stitching probes at the designated coordinates. We need to energize the
Ship
web
is under
soon
attack.
in order to save the Nakul star.
Place the stitching probes quickly.
Target's
Then
shields have failed.
energize the web. Web projector link established. Web projector link established.
Rear shields failing.
Web projector link established.
This is a moment where
Ship is
multiple
under attack.
players would come in handy.
Web projector link established. Web projector link
Target's
established.
shields have failed. Left shields failing. Rear shields failing.
Web projector link established.
Stitching probes are engaged. Energize the web.
emitter engaged. All functions optimal.
Protomatter matrix initiated. All ships withdraw to a safe distance at once.
It appears I owe you an apology. My science team informs me that our star has been saved by you, the Lukari, and the Tholians.
Indeed it has.
Our wish for a revitalized star will have to wait until more research on our star's instability can be conducted. Though it seems we have a new wish to make today.
And what would that be?
A wish for peace between the Nakul and the Tholians. Today we saw Tholians risk their lives to preserve our sun, despite our belligerence. If they are willing to do that, perhaps they will be willing to broker an end to hostilities between us.
Perhaps they shall.
The vortex remains closed, and our forces will be returning to Tholian space shortly.
Thank you for your assistance.
As a people, we are reluctant to work alongside non-Tholians, especially on matters we believe to be a result of their negligence. There will be many questions about today's events from our leaders. I will encourage them to put aside their xenophobic tendencies and collaborate with the Alliance on the Vortex issue.
That sounds like a tall order.
It will not be easy, to be sure, but it is an effort I am willing to make, no matter the risk to my career or standing. I trust you will do the same when your leaders seek a solution to the problem.
I will. You have my word.
Very good. I shall leave you then with the words of an old friend. Live long and prosper.
Peace and long life to you. And safe journey.
There are days out here where the beauty, mystery, and excitement make all the work and sacrifice worthwhile. And then there are days like today.
Yes, but as the saying goes, risk is our business.
Of course. And today we risked all. But not everyone lived to see our success.
They did their duty, and a star still shines because of it.
Indeed. May the captain and crew of the Traloon find peace within the light, in Lukari's name.
We shall honor their sacrifice, as will the Nakul.
I spoke with Bright Eyes earlier, and we both agreed to share all of the data we gathered today freely to anyone willing to work on the Vortex issue, regardless of their affiliation. Now is not the time to hoard information. Now is the time to act, before the vortices cause irreparable damage to space-time.
Agreed. I suspect we will be speaking again soon.
Starfleet Command has placed a high priority on repairing the numerous reality vortices you've discovered. Analysts are working on a list of vortices to close, based on their level of stability and potential danger to the systems they're located in. Admiral Kuumaarke will spearhead this operation, but she'll need your help once the time comes to begin the vortex repair procedures. I'll be in touch when the Admiral is ready to go.
Now, for those of you who saw this a minute ago, when you complete this mission for the first time, those are the rewards that you get. The Universal Console. The dilithium was originally a little bit higher. You'd actually get 240. You get the 2 points towards the daily event. These experience points would be a lot higher for completing it for the first time around. Each one for the experience and the expertise points actually gave about 15 to 18,000 respectively. So as a newer character, playing the campaign missions for the first time is going to be the best way to gain experience and expertise points. When you complete it for the second time around, you get one of these random consoles afterwards. A basic energy weapons console to go with the tactical console slot off any ship, or a particle generator for creating things like gravity wells or other AoE attacks, and this SIF generator, which goes towards hull restoration for engineering slot. Now, since I'm not worried about any of these because I will probably just scrap it, but I will go on ahead and collect the tactical. So that concludes the primary mission of Wish Upon a Star.
Status report.
We have survived a transdimensional shunt, Captain.
We are operating under emergency power, sir. Warp and impulse drives are offline.
Restore main power as soon as possible, Engineer. What is our current position?
Unable to verify, Captain. None of the nearby star systems appear on our navigational charts.
Broaden your scan. Look for any recognizable systems.
Sir, incoming warp signature detected. Unidentified vessel entering the system.
Any sign of hostility? It is beautiful.
Incoming hail, sir.
Let's see what our new friends have to say.
And give it about a month or 6. And they'll come out with the continuation of that particular story. Well, I definitely want to thank you for tuning in. I do hope you guys enjoyed the episode as much as I enjoyed recording it and creating it. Don't forget to make sure you drop those follows on my respective social platforms, as you periodically saw throughout this video. My YouTube channel, of course, where this will be uploaded to. My Twitch channel, which is Freakazoid67216, which I will post in the description down below. My Facebook channel, which is the real Freakazoid67216. And I shall see you guys in another video. Take care.